Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are on Wayward Cave because this part of the game is actually required, like Renegade Platinum. So off camera, we evolved our Scyther to Scizor. We put Gengar in the party for now, even though I said I wasn't going to use him. I need him. I really need him. I have to prepare for Fantina. Scizor we're going to keep on hand. On top of that, keep Goodbye, keep Crobat. Well, we got Crobat back in there. Have Gallade in there and try to evolve our Inferno to Infinite. So we have to battle Mira before we can help her. Oh, my throat's so scratchy. With that being said, let's take on the battle. Last time I fought her, we lost. And it was embarrassing. That's why I brought Scizor with me, a steel type, to cover for our fairy types. Should I guess slash crit without getting hurt from confusion? Lower the speakers. So I was actually testing Fortnite on this computer. I told you about it. It's the 3056 gig RTX without the PCIe slot. Not the low profile, but just the high profile without the PCIe. You know, it's 6 plus 2 pin connector with the 40 tongue twister. 477K. I do have a spare 4070-90S. I don't have the K, but I'm willing to sell both CPUs to get a 4070-90K. I am willing to do that. We still get 60 FPS. This emulator is capped at 60 FPS. What's worse is I run 4K on this thing when it comes to Fortnite, and it has such a hard loading time. It's slow. I go down to 1440, I get identical problems. I go to 1080, then I have no problem at medium settings. I know it's not a Fortnite video, but this is just a prime example of what esports and modern titles have on this Z97 motherboard setup. And this Pokemon is definitely a staller, so he's got PowerPoint install it in order to defeat it. Unless we get a crit or raise our attack. I wish I never got rid of Bullet Punch on this thing, because Bullet Punch is priority and it does identical damage to Medic Block. Because that makes us go first. Despite that we are slow, we can raise our attack. Now we got good RNG. Rolled low, and we killed it. To send an Haunter, it's where we send our Gengar. I am not taught Gengar a single move. I don't even know if I leveled it up. I did not. I'm done. Like, go to it the pre-evolution, be stronger than the final evolution. Alright, so we're gonna send in Crobat. I forgot to raise the Gengar. And that would have killed it. Luckily we have a Pokemon that can withstand it. That's a lot of damage. And Crobat is probably faster, I assume. Yep. And will not one-shot this thing. Crobat is dead. Goodbye has a dark type move. We'll use it. Even though it's just bite, still like it'll work. This sucks. Goodbye's got a limited lifespan now. You might be thinking, who in the hell uses a 3050 with DDR3 at 2400 mega transfers? A Z97 Plus Wi-Fi that we use. And a 4 Gen i7. It's not even an 8 core, a 4 core. Me. I'm literally doing this. I'm gonna be making a video on this ITX build. It's an ITX. I'm literally gonna show this world that you can still game with modern titles on older parts from the early 2010s. It's possible because the game consoles that we have today are weaker, far weaker than any PC we have. Ideally. Unless you have a PS5 Pro. With that being said, if you guys don't believe me, I will make a video. And this is proof that DDR3 can run Switch emulation. We're doing it right now. I am living proof right now that doing it. Don't confuse me. Alright, we got it. Alright. What else do I have in here? A 550 watt PVO power supply. I have. It's not 80 plus because I on my personal build would not care. But because I'm a reseller on computers, the lowest rating I put in is 80 plus. But I usually put in a bronze or a gold. We gotta change our name in PK Hex so we can like not make it sound like it's 3 E's in our name, but in Citron, the emulator didn't have a virtual keyboard built in. It was invisible. It'll still run and work, but you have to guess the letters. In Eden, you don't have to worry about that. Let's get to level 32. Let's make Gengar one of our aces. Sucker Punch is okay. It's definitely better than Poison Gas. No, me look. We're not. There's no roaming legendaries, so I'm not worried about roamers. Yes, Mesprit in this game, and the legendary birds have their own locations. Shadow Punch is okay. Let's look at its attack. So it's special. It is a special attacker. It's got that nature. Although Shadow Punch never misses, and Sucker Punch is priority. I think we should definitely get rid of Confuse Ray. Keep the Poison Gas for now, unless we get a poison type move, like Sludge or Sludge Bomb, or Cross Poison. Shadow Ball. This is gonna be better than Hex. But this move is better when the target has a status effect. Reverse from Facade. If you have a status effect with a Facade, the move Facade, it'll double your damage. You'll double the output of your damage. And if you have the Pokemon with the ability Guts, it ignores the attack stat drop on the burn. When you have a burn. You know what? I'm not a fan of Sucker Punch, because the Pokemon has to have an attack. But Gengar is somewhat fast, and Payback's a good move regardless. If we're up second, the base attack goes from 50 to 100. It will be very helpful for us. Although, we have to just find our way to Wayward Cave. So I'm gonna clip a lot of this content if we don't get there quick enough. Oh, I also want to challenge myself by not using the Infinite Repel. I want to see what we can get and challenge myself to see if we can catch Pokemon when a companion wants to kill it. There's a lot of trainers in here, and I want to fight some to show you where the items are in this cave. Because Wayward Cave, I want people to understand it. I want people to actually navigate themselves around, or get to know their way around. Actually, that is the right word. Navigate this place. Because since it's required, we have to go through it, regardless. God, beautiful Gallade. I love Gallade. So I'm gonna put the XP share on probably Goodbye, since it's going to be the I took my item. I hope I get that thing back. Run and Bond. The Pokemon Run and Bond. Crap, we're not getting that thing back. Run and Bond. If the Pokemon uses Thief or a knockoff on your Pokemon and then hold an item, you don't get it back after the battle. That item is gone. Ever. That item is completely despawned. Period. There is no turning back. So, if you are playing Run and Bond, you better be goddamn careful with what you give your Pokemon. Because it will not come back. Period. So, what games do you want me to play? I'm gonna test this thing out. So, I'm gonna make this video regardless, actually. I'm already saying fuck it. What videos do you want me to make? Oh, well, actually, what games do you want me to test on this PC? Now, I already have a few I'm thinking about. Mostly story mode single player games. I don't play multiplayer much, except for Fortnite. Based on what I can run. What I mean by based on what I can run, not every new title is going to support older specs. It's guaranteed not. For that, what do you want to see? From the 2010s to the early 2020s. Because right now we're in the mid-late 2020s. So what do you want to see from this computer? Comment down below. I want to hear what you have to say. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. Fortnite, more emulation. Thinking Fallout New Vegas. I'm also thinking even though Dark Souls and Skyrim are capped at 30 FPS. Fortunately, how am I gonna get in there? Never mind, we got it. I'm thinking some Assassin's Creed games. I'm also thinking about what else? Elden Ring, I'll play that, I'll test it. Heck, I'll even test some other Call of Duty games, just to see how it works. Another thing I want to try out is Fallout 4, specifically, and Vegas. And 3, I want to try out the whole main 3 Fallout games. I want to because they all run differently. Despite the engine that Arena Vegas share. I also want to run other mods. Like this is a mod of Brilliant Diamond Shine and Pearl, like a tale between two wastelands of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. I want to try it myself. And you know what? I'll do a let's play of that. Another thing I want to try out: Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. I also want to try out stuff like, oh yeah, that's what it is. That's Assassin's Creed, but like Far Cry games. That's just fun. Borderlands is another one, like the older titles from like Borderlands like 1, 3, 2, 3 CK, and 2. But this will not run Borderlands 4. I don't even think my Steam Deck would do that. So, if you want to see all that performance in one build, I will do a deep analysis on how the other can run today. An LG 1150 socket on an RTX, a current RTX. Yes, it's a Gen 3 RTX, but you probably want to use like Gen 2 or some type of GTX. But we're using an RTX. The worst RTX, but hey, it works. It's running right now. So, that being said, we're gonna do that very soon. What's great about having a companion in this game, you always got someone that can heal you. My infinite repel still on? Alright, let's do that instead. We have to go to the very, very end. This is the beginning. Nope, it's not. We just got stopped by one of the encounters. Baltimore to Cleedol is okay. We don't get many psychic ground types. But Mawile, very tanky. But I'm not gonna get anything right now. I'll come back. Off camera. Maybe turn that infinite repel off of who knows? I just want to find like a 1% encounter in here or something like that, or a 2% encounter. I want to see what we can actually get. Besides the Gibble line and the Gibite. Oh, we still have our extra though. I want to see what we can actually get. We do need a Dust Stone for Miss Magius. For a Miss Magius. We don't have a Mischievous yet. But we are gonna get one. Probably the Policeman Tower. Town. By people leaning down. I have the horrible itch. But that's not gonna affect us here. Well, the battle scene's going on. I'll be away from the camera for I guess. With reputation on YouTube comes paranoia, responsibility. By that, I was making controversial videos. some kid came up to me, exposed me. He knew who I was. And I'm a small channel, so someone who that is tongue twister. You know who I am? It's a small channel. That's something. But that really tells me something. He threatened me. He hated my videos. He was a hater. And he said, "You should stop it. Enough of conspiracy. I'm gonna have you put in jail." Some woke ass kid. He said his mom's a lieutenant. And some PD. So what I did was I walked away from the scene. Called my father, who was an actual officer. He said, "Did that actually happen?" He said, "Depending on the situation." So I check my window to see if anyone's after me. It's stupid, it's crazy, but I just fear that a cruiser can come to my house and take me. But I did nothing wrong. I'm implementing my First Amendment. And we live in a time where we can't do that anymore. It sucks. I was in the city of Raleigh getting tacos. A kid came up to me and was like, "Hey, you're that guy who exposes those conspiracies on YouTube." When I used to do it. And yeah. He said the kid had purple hair. The kid didn't even know what gender he or she was. I didn't know the hell that gender was. Let's just say human. Modified genetically modified human. Or decision making modified human. He said, "Leave now. Don't call my lieutenant mother." He said, "It's so stupid thing. First of all, you didn't say it. First of all, you say call her mom." But no. I'm just gonna call someone who sends someone away. I have no record. I have no intentions of doing anything wrong. I don't know what can happen. Done nothing wrong, and y'all make mistakes in the past. Never done anything like that bad. But from that time, I still always get paranoid and hear an odd noise that's close to my house. So you see me looking over there or leaning back, you know I'm listening. And I've seen all these influencers get raided, like Kai Cenat, Eden Ross, the Tate Brothers, even smaller streamers. Like, it's so scary that someone can just lie about you and you be arrested for something you didn't do. And as a YouTuber, I fear that. I'm a small guy, yeah, but like, I don't feel comfortable sometimes in my own house. It's stupid to say that, but truth be told, we live in the Matrix. If you don't abide by the Matrix, they'll come after you. Just like they did with Neo. Where is this stolen item of this girl's? Not even stolen, lost item. Come on, get out, we were a cave. what else is in this computer that I can say that I want to make a video on? We're using an Intel stock cooler right now, which is fine for the meantime. I could have used the Cooler Master Q30, but I sold it in a build with an Intel i7 what's it called? The 7700K. More of a budget build. So I use that CPU combo, Cooler Master, and that Intel. So I'm stuck with the stock cooler. This one's fine. I don't care. Like, I'm a minimalist. I don't give a shit what you give me. Like, I'm willing to use whatever I'm given, and I'll make the best of it. I used to have barbaric overkill stuff. I sold it. Like, I don't need it. Like, I realize I'm only doing this much. I may as well do that at the extent where I don't need to spend so much money on DDR5. This computer, I got the parts, the case, the CPU I bought separately. The 4790S came with the motherboard and case in a trade with a 1660 Ti, which I already sold in a build with that same i7 7700K. The power supply came with a trade too with this thing. 3050 I bought. DDR3 came with this, so I got like a whole computer, like, and other parts and some other tech and game console and a VR headset, some Pokemon cards, and a trade for one of my PCs. It was a 15-year-old kid. I didn't want to like. Either I get full price or I take the trade. Oh, get what you can find in this part of the cave actually. So I did the trade. It was an RX 580 build with 9700 Intel i7, not the K model, and it had a Z370 motherboard, the MSI one, an MSI motherboard of the Z370 Plus Gaming, the MSI cooler, RGB one. It also had an NZXT case with multiple caddies for 3.5 hard drives. So it was like a server case, but that's all I had. Looked really nice. 80 plus bronze, 650 watt EVGA BR. It was the EVGA BR 650 power supply, and it was non-modular. And I got that with an ITX build and another 1660 Ti from a different vendor. That 15-year-old kid. He made a 1650 as well with the 6 gig VRAM model. The overclocked edition. The overclocked edition doesn't take the PCIe slot like this 3050. And another Intel stock cooler. So I was like, you know what? Cool. And everything works. Oh, he also gave me. Also, I had a 2 terabyte SSD in that PC I gave him. He gave me two 1 terabyte SSD. So a Samsung and a Crucial. One of those SSDs is in this computer right now. The other SSD is another bill I sold, flipped. And you might be thinking, did I lose money on it in value of items? Maybe. But like, I bought a ton of parts, $2,000 worth of parts in bulk for $500. I got a deal of my life. Mix of generations, some new, some mid, some old. I made that $500 investment back, so everything I make now is pure profit. And I still have some parts to build with. I know I'm not mixing things of generations like this build. No, I'm keeping everything in the coordinates of the age, because if you put a 5060 Ti, for example, in a Z97 motherboard, you're going to be capped at 60 FPS and like stuff like Battlefield 5 with finals and stuff like Fortnite. You're going to be capped. You could still do 4K, but you're going to be capped at 60 FPS. And if you do 1440 or 1080p's, you're going to be capped at 60 FPS. Like if you put like a 2070 with the PT97, you're gonna get a lot better FPS. You will get a lot better FPS. I need a real map of this damn cave. This place is so hard to navigate. So we already know what's in this cave, so let's use that repel. Let's just get the fuck through this. Hear a noise. Hold on, I'll be right back. Thank God it was nothing. So that kid I was talking about, he found me on Instagram, he DM'd me death threats and shit like that. Like, it doesn't bother me, but like his reputation. The kid literally snuck into his mom's bedroom and took a picture of her badge and sent it to me. I looked at it and I was like, this kid really wants me gone. And how does someone know me as a content creator if I'm so small in my local area? That's scary. I spoke to my father. He said that badge is in the same city we live in. That badge is obviously from the PD we live in. And he said, change your content up because there's a lot of influence up there that you will never be able to control or even defend against. And my father was right. So this is why we're doing this. And I just want to get through this goddamn cave. I'm struggling so much to get through it. Like, there's no way to go. I remember doing this by heart, and now I can't even do it anymore. So yeah, maybe there's some more. Actually, this may be another area. Okay. So that's a story of like me with a really scary encounter. I exposed the data center to him. And this kid was all about, what's it called? Pro big corp, pro everything liberal about this kid. He was so woke. Didn't even know what gender that kid, what the human was. Like I said, I looked like a dude. And let's just say he's pro-choice. Doesn't know what gender that he is. Another thing he also mentioned was, I'm lying to the audience. I'm exposing certain things I'm not going to say. If you go look at my videos, I'm getting it from the books I read, like the books like Creature from Jekyll Island, books like Selective Writings. Like, heck, I read the Comics Manifesto to understand what the hell's going on right now. I read, what else? House of Morgan. I haven't even read Trump's down negotiation because it's a lot of things you can do by saving on taxes in that book by George H. Ross, his accountant. He wrote that book. So like, it's like, you talk about tax loopholes. We should be all paying taxes on the rich. You content creators suck. You guys don't even support this country anymore. You guys just make millions and leave. I'm like, how are you pro-America if you are doing everything that the colonists want? He's like, I will find you when you after you leave. I will find you at my house, Lieutenant. I know where you are. I know you live in this, and I do research on you. Like, if you're, I turn around and say, if you're taking it so seriously, and you're genuinely trying to get someone like pinched for just speaking the truth, that's a violation of the Constitution, number one, and number two. How do you know who I am? How do you know that I'm doing this shit? How do you know that you watch me? I'm glad that I know that there's a viewer out there who knows who I am with a small channel, but I'm not glad that this person's hostile. So with that being said, I will leave. Just shut you up. You come near my house, you will be in trouble. I will have you trespass, and if not, I will mess you up. I will not hesitate. I have the Second Amendment on my side. Will there be an investigation? Okay, fine. But I'm gonna win. I don't care that you cover a law enforcement family. So do I. And I know how this whole thing works. It's my rant. I said to him. He was speechless. I walked out with my order. I went back to get my order. I went out, walked out, and that was it. Like, sending I get an Instagram message, hit a message. It's like, you're that guy from Torchies. You're the kid obese. Who the hell you think you are to talk to me like that? How dare you do this? How dare you do that? I'm like, it's like, first I saw I said on Instagram, calm down, and now you're blocked. I tried to help him, and instead, the first half of the message, I tried to help him. The second part of the message, I just harmed him by blocking. And I also hit restrict on Instagram. Restrict the account. I'll tell you another story when I met him. I was in a different state, and he's like, hey, I know who you are. You're a small channel of like self-improvement. He's like, yeah. It's like, thank you. You really are changing me. It was music to my ears. Because I felt like I was Hamza or Iman Ghazi for a second. Like, I helped someone with little influence I have, and oh, we found the Crimson Ribbon. That's so much easier than I thought. Let's get out of here now. So this kid comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, thank you so much for what you do. Keep doing your thing. Keep grinding, G. I don't want you to get hit by the haters anymore. I just want you to keep pushing through. You're doing great. I'll support you all the way." There was some Spanish kid who was in good shape, high school kid. And I got his contact. His name is Luis. Not my best friend Luis, like a white, who I hang out with a lot, like right now, but a different Luis because I was in Virginia at the time. The Luis I know, my boy. Shout out to you, boy. Brother. He's Puerto Rican, but this kid was Mexican. So, yeah, different guy. We got Dazzling Gleam? Holy shit. That's good. And now we can continue on and get to Harlem City. That's a lot quicker than I thought. Let's take the bike. Oh, I keep doing that. What the hell? Those are all really the two encounters only that I had with two, like, viewers. I forgot to ask the kid, are you subscribed? Ah, oh, crap, we got Battle Dawn. So let's Battle Dawn. It's probably gonna be a tough team. Might have a tough team before. Not really for the first Pokemon, since we got Golly, the fighting type, and she has Ghostwine, and Ice type. We just go sweet. Please don't. What's it called? No, Aerial Ace. That's bad. Please don't say our Ghost type out. Fable. Crap. So I'm sorry about the rant, guys. Like, that's what happened. So I've been paranoid since, because The same kid who confronted me in a different city lives in the same city I do. He was in Raleigh at the same time I was, and he tried to get me out, like, out of society. His mother can do it. So I spoke to someone about it. No, I spoke to another person about it too. I spoke to someone. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna say who he is. I'm not gonna say what he does. Someone who's been in prison for something he didn't do. This is what he told me. They can absolutely do that to you. And it'll take even years. Like it took me down 11 years to get me out. It'll take you, because you're a kid, probably even more. So, that's about it. Rant. But I always wonder if the lieutenant got the word from her son, I would send someone out to pinch me. I don't steal. I run a business. A clean one is registered. I don't hurt anyone. Never did. Unless it was in the wrestling room, like on a wrestling mat. We had a room for wrestling, like we had a room full of mats. That's what I meant by that. If it was fighting, like in the combat room at like a gym, like that's the only time I can think of where I hurt someone. Like official fight, consensual fight. Never did anything. I didn't know that. Like, my record's clean. But just... I just don't understand why someone would go out of their way and be a vindictive cunt. Make that make sense. Because if it doesn't make sense, why pursue it? Why? I've learned over the months. This happened like February. It's June now. I learned over those months that it is easier to end someone's life legally, professionally, personally than it is to help yourself. That's what haters are for. They'd rather bring you down just with the comment section alone, make you come down, fall off, than bring you up, right? Or even bring themselves up. They don't give a shit. People today are ungrateful. People today don't care. People today won't even tip you if you even do something good for them. If you're like in retail or in a restaurant business, like there are prompts to add tips now because people don't fucking do it. If someone changed my battery at an auto parts store, they're getting a $10 tip for it. If someone served me food at a restaurant, they're getting 10% at least. If the budget's high, like not budget, the tab's high, 10. Low, 15. So, what's the lesson? The lesson is people do not care about you. Some people just are out there to harm you, to hurt you, to garnish your reputation. To genuinely say, fuck you and your ideals, and fuck your life. Poison. Damn it, this Q-charm ability is so bad! Sorry this video is taking so damn long though. Cute Charm ability, Leftovers item, Moonlight is a healing move. What else is this gonna take to defeat Dawn? And Thunder Wave? I'm doing less. I need a critical hit now. Oh Lord. I just want to get to Harkham City. We have Ironhead, but I'm risking the dragon typing. You're a buy for a PC coming today, so that's nice. More faster, yes. We should have said goodbye now. Stick it out. We have an Ironhead. We don't even need to use Iron, we just need to fight. Wait, that's a priority move. God damn it, and now we're dead. While weak to ice. And I don't have a Yachi Berry. Let's hope we're faster. And use a little sweep. Oh, we're not faster. That's a priority move. Oh man, that does damage. We got one more. Golly. Live. Someone's texting me. My mother's texting me. Oh, I just misclicked. Wait, how could Jung Kick hit a ghost type? But I can't use it. Fighting's not supposed to be effective, or not even effective. Can't do effect on ghosts, but Ice Shadow Ball doesn't work. Wait, how? What type of move is Jump Kick? Yeah, we're paralyzed. RNG. And normal type, like, what ability is this that allows him to hit ghost types? Is it using Foresight? Is it using, like, what? Rose? That probably. That we did. We'll fight her next time. This video went too long, guys. Well, there's a story for you about me and a hater, me and a supporter. Two different stories. So yeah, I was really intimidated by that kid who was a hater. Like, actually, like, there was no way like I can actually like not snap in that situation. If you liked the video, please crush that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It's free. You can always change your mind. I'll see you all in the next video. And turn those notifications on. Bye for now.